What's going on, guys? This is Gainz Gaming. Today we are talking about the brand new patch note that just landed in game tonight. It's literally 2 a.m. for me right now while I'm recording this, so make sure if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe for more content. But I knew I needed to cover a video on this as soon as possible because this might be one of the best patches I've seen in a very long time. And there's a reason why I am on the 2268 KVK, because I'm hoping that some kind of battle breaks out while we're recording this so I can show you exactly what kind of update we are going to see and potentially completely change the way fighting happens in Rise of Kingdoms. Now, a lot of this patch is going to be typical things that we're going to see, such as different events, so we'll kind of skim through that stuff, but I want to get right into the good stuff that we want to talk about. But first of all, we are going to have a brand new event, the Dragon Boat Festival event. So this is going to be with the mouthwatering Zengazi. Collect bamboo leaves to increase your event level and earn tempered hammers. So we're going to get a hammer event or a dig event coming again, which is awesome. I love those. Barbarian incursions, those are usually really good for getting a lot of resources. Next, we have Smithy specials. This is where you can purchase different equipment blueprint fragments, legendary equipment materials, and even more. Protected supplies is coming back, even though we've had so many glitches with that. Fisherman's Fortune, a lot of people really liked that when that class came out. Sorority Assault, Gem Rush, and the Road to Greatness. However, these will only be taking place after Season 2. We have a new event coming. The World Wanderer event will be available in the Lucerum of Wisdom. I'm not really sure if this is going to be just like a basic quiz test or something like that. At least that's kind of what it sounds like it's going to be. It looks like we might have a little bit of action here. People are kind of coming out. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But next year we have Lost Kingdom optimization. So Warriors Unbound Season of Conquest become a pioneer in the mini season mode. Siege of Orleans Season of Conquest story optimization. They're going to update the skills in the Siege of Orleans story. Oh, what the heck are they doing? Jeez. Added Bertrand and Alexander Nevsky, as well as Henry, Boudica Prime, Prime Scipio, and Flavius as auxiliary commanders. Like to see that. I like adding new commanders. I think that's always a good thing. This will only take place in Siege of Orleans stories that begin after the update. There will also be threats. So this is actually going to get rid of the entire Lost Kingdom chat. This is kind of crazy. I don't know what this is going to look like because, I mean, I know when you go into chat right now, like you're able to like reply to stuff. And I think that's kind of what it seems like it's going to be, more of like a threads, but I'm not really sure what that's going to look like in the Lost Kingdom, because like in Kingdom chat, if, you know, we're talking to people here, like you can still reply to them. So I don't really know what the difference of the two is. So we'll have to see what that looks like, but this might be a way they can crack down on bots and, you know, people spamming Lost Kingdom chat or saying hateful things. I think that's going to be a good thing to minimize that kind of behavior. I think that's always a good thing. Golden Kingdom optimization, they're actually reducing the floors to 16, which I think is great. I think this is way too long an event. Even though you can get good rewards, I don't think it's, you know, a lot of people don't think it's even worth the time to do because it just takes so long. Even if you like beat it on your first try and like you do it quickly, it still takes you a good half hour just to finish the event. And that's honestly way too long. So I think it's good that they're going to be reducing the amount of time you have to spend on that. There will also be some Ark of Osiris optimization. The silver battlefield will no longer be tied to alliances. I think that's pretty good because people are really mad about the queuing for a match. You can actually do solo, which is really interesting, or form your own team. Because before, like you had to have 30 people in your alliance in order to actually register for an Ark of Osiris. So I think this is a really good update to, you know, allow you to actually choose your teams. So I think that's honestly a really cool thing that they're adding here to the Ark of Osiris. As we come down here, this is the bread and butter of this event. So with this update, the other optimizations, like I said, that's the bread and butter. So things that don't really matter, a new chieftain in Sorority Crisis, people don't really care about that. As long as it's beatable, people don't really care. I know the last like new boss that they put in was horrible because it was so difficult to beat with randoms, because like it was easy to do if you knew, like if everyone knew what to do, it was easy. But if like one person didn't know what they were doing and they were just, you know, like, oh, I don't know, I'll just attack this thing. Like it screwed everybody over, and then people would quit and just go to like the next easiest mode and beat it that way, which I'll admit I was doing that too. It's annoying. I don't want to have to do it 15 times just to beat it once when I can just go to an easier mode and beat it in 2 minutes, right? It's just not really worth it in my opinion. But here is the awesome part. So action and info optimization. So they are going to add the allied info filter mode in settings. If enabled, info about allied troops can be quickly hidden when fighting map battles. When hidden, the avatars, skill effects, and damage pop-ups of normal friendly troops will no longer be displayed in tactical view. The diamonds of friendly troops will be shrunk, and the avatars of friendly troops will no longer be displayed in strategic view. This is huge, because the reason why I wanted a fight to break out is because in this view, they are going to shrink your allied troops. So when you are attacking and you're trying to drag your troops, and your allies are also fighting because you have a whole murder ball going on, you 9 times out of 10 you're going to hit an ally versus an enemy like that. In my live streams, if you've been in a live stream, I get super irritated when that happens, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to attack an ally, I'm trying to attack an enemy. This shouldn't even be an option. Like, this shouldn't even be available to accidentally target an ally. Like, you can't attack them, but then it just makes your troops park and just sit. Next here, they added the strategic view of unit types in settings. So if enabled, the troop unit type info will be displayed in strategic view. So that way, if you're not looking at the commanders they are using, you can look at the troop type that they are using instead and know, like, oh, that's an archer march, I'll go hit that, because that's going to be easy to melt. Next year, they added strategic view troop icons in settings. If disabled, the icons for your city and troops will not be displayed while in strategic mode. I think that's nice too. In strategic view, the avatars of your city and your troops will be translucent during the hold and drag. Also very, very nice, because sometimes like your commander heads kind of get in the way and you can't really see what's underneath them. So I think making them transparent will be really beneficial. In strategic view, the units remaining of the targets of your troops currently attacking will be displayed. I think that's amazing. Make it more prevalent of like how much health the enemy I'm attacking has left. I think that's amazing. This one added a rage display to avatars in the troop queue and avatars of friendly troops in strategic view. We as content creators have been asking for this for I don't even know how long. Like, literally ever since we got like the Discord group where we can like make suggestions and like, we need this. Like, this has been a top suggestion forever. And so what this means is when you are attacking, when you're using rage, it's going to show it on your commander head, but it doesn't show it over here. And so with this new optimization, it's going to show your rage on your queue, which is absolutely phenomenal. Like, this has been something we've been asking for so long, and it's finally coming. At least, like, if that's how they're implementing it, amazing. Like, that is completely amazing. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Now, also, merging the battle report. I think this is also fantastic. I think one thing that people get frustrated about is when they are looking at their reports, myself included. When you're looking at your reports, I think it's really annoying when you are trying to like share a full report with people, but you have to like go report by report. So I'll kind of show what I'm referring to here if I have some favorites I can look at. So like this one, for example, this is obviously a city garrison, but if you like are looking at this, I had to favorite one section of this entire report, but there are obviously more reports attached to it. Instead of like looking at the battle data, or like in this example, like looking at the battle data, like I can't share one report. Like, I can't share the entire report. I have to share report by report, which is super frustrating. Like this, for example, like there's multiple reports here of the same exact attack. All these are the same exact attack. And I can only look at one at a time. And I can't share all of them at the same time. I have to share them one by one. So, obviously not everyone's going to share their stuff, but a lot of people like to. Like, people like to brag and be like, whoa, look how good I traded. I think that's a good thing. I think it's good to see that. And on top of that, they're going to add a new performance evaluation to the merged battle reports. If your troops earned more kill points than its enemies, if you traded positive, you'll receive an evaluation in its merged battle report based on your kill to death ratio. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but I think that is great. I think the more data that we get of like, you traded really, really well, keep doing what you're doing, I think that's awesome. And, just build that incentive of trading well and, fighting well. I think that's great. And once again here, merging battle reports can be shared to chat channels. So just like I was saying before, being able to share things more easily or favorite things more easily, rather than favoriting multiple things at a time just to favorite one report. You have to favorite multiple things, which is just really annoying. And then a couple things that a lot of R4s and R5s will really love is Alliance member rank permission optimization. So Alliance officers, not just titled officers and leaders, can modify garrison captains and return troops from rally and garrison queues in the Kingdom and Lost Kingdom maps. Alliance officers and leaders can also see if a given Alliance member, including the leader, is online. So you don't just have to have a title. Any Alliance officer can see it now. And then also you can view the location of any Alliance member, including the leader. And only title officers and leaders can restock the Alliance shop. So this is the one downside I don't like, because a lot of times, like if people are trying to migrate, or in the case of like Alliance mobilization, like we have right now, it is super annoying. Like when people, and myself included, I've done this, like when you're looking for a quest and you find one to like spend Alliance currency, Alliance credits, and you're like, hey, can you, toss like some teleports in or some speed ups or VIP, whatever, and then no R4 is online. Or you have to wait for an R4 to get online, and then you're waiting for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you're like, crap, I might not even finish this quest because no R4 is online. You have to go to Alliance, trying to find someone that's online to stock something for you to spend those currency, and it's just super annoying. I think this makes it worse. So I don't love this part. I think this is the only part of the update that I don't like. But, obviously maybe they'll, take this part out. They easily could, but I think this is probably not a good thing. Also here, added an option in settings to hide visual effects displayed under troops affected by the king skill leader. So when you are in a murder ball, a lot of people are familiar with this. When you're in a murder ball and the king uses the king skill and then everything looks red, like dark red, like they're getting buffed, you can turn that off to show that you don't have that buff, which I think has pros and cons. Like sometimes it's hard to see because, you're attacking red and everything is red. So it just makes it harder to see things. But I think it's also good to know like when you're getting buffed and like, oh crap, I should not return my troops home because I have a king skill. So I got to keep my troops out and let them die. So, obviously there's pros and cons to that, but I think it's good to be able to turn stuff off if you don't want it off. Kind of like the flickering. Like if you don't want flickering on your screen all the time, you can turn that off. And I think that's a better way to play the game for some people. Personally, I like it because I want to know when I'm being targeted, but some people don't like that flickering, so they just turn it off. But let me know what you guys think about this update, what you guys think about the other optimizations with the increased fighting. I think just the fighting ability from this update is phenomenal. I think that's exactly what we've been looking for and requesting multiple times, of making it easier to fight, seeing the rage in this sidebar, just, less targeting your allies. I think all that is really, really good. I really hope that everything is kind of how I'm picturing it. Obviously, we won't know until it gets into game, which based off of this, it looks like it will be updated on 5/21. So that is in a week from now. So we'll have to see what that looks like in about a week and a half when it actually gets fully into game. But let me know what you guys think down below about this update. And once again, thank you guys for checking out the video. If you appreciated the video, please drop a like and subscribe. Like I said, it's 2 a.m. for me. Still got to edit the video and put it out. So appreciate all of you guys for being here. Have a great rest of your day.